Tonight we're making a song from scratch on the Synthstrom Deluge.
So anytime I'm starting a new session on the Deluge or in my DAW or anything, I'm in one of three boats. In boat one, I've got an idea already, whether that's a riff that I want to jam on or a sequence of drums that I have in my head that I want to riff on, or whether even it's just like a mood, like I want to be dark and mysterious or something, right? That's boat one. Boat two, I have a bunch of what I call song starters. And what those are kind of abandoned tracks that didn't quite work out, or I got stuck on, or I just didn't know where to go to next, but seemed like they had something to them. So I save them, come back to them later with fresh ears, and sometimes that inspires something. Boat three is I have no fucking clue what I'm gonna do. So what do I do when I'm in that situation? Well, first of all, the Deluge is excellent and inspiring. It's a magical instrument, so get your Deluge out. Step one. Step two, I either start with drums and I sequence something out, or go through my sample library, find a cool loop that kind of just has a vibe that inspires me, or I kind of start going through patches or creating a new synth and seeing if a sound kind of inspires something. I think that's what I'm going to try today. The first thing I like to do is I start a kit track and I'm just going to lay down 4 on the floor. This isn't my drum pattern. It's more of a metronome, but it's just nicer than the tick tock 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 tick tock 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 that just drives you bonkers if you listen to it too much and makes you feel like you're punching in a studio. So this is just a little more musical and makes me feel like I'm jamming. Just an easy way to keep time. The second thing I do, I don't always stay in C. A lot of times I'll just change the key outright right at the beginning, just so that I don't start doing something at 120 C, like, the default. I'm gonna leave it in C for now, just because I don't really know what the hell I'm doing yet. I'm gonna go back to song, let's create a synth, but you know what I am gonna do is I'm gonna bring the tempo down. Let's do 110. So it's just a little bit slower than 120, just so doesn't feel defaulty. I think I'm actually gonna create a kit track here. I have a couple one shots. Maybe we'll find something in there. I don't know. Let's take a look. I'm gonna do, so it'll be a new kit. Yeah, ooh. Oh, those are so pretty. Yeah, these are cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a kit, because these are chords. I'll be able to play the chords like an instrument through a kit. I don't know if that makes any sense. Who knows if it'll even work? Let's see. So I'm gonna load A, that's the first one, and I'm gonna do another one. And I do this sometimes if I have chord things. It's just easier for chords, like even power chords for guitar would be a way that you could do this too. It's easier to do it in a kit than to make a synth out of it to keep the integrity going. So I'm just gonna keep going down the line and I'm gonna just put all these chords on a different, and we'll jam along and see if anything shakes loose. F, sure, and then I think there's one more. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm feeling a little, these are all really pretty, but I'm feeling a little hamstrung by the voicing that these samples are using. I've got like a riff in my head, but I can't really make it. Yeah, I can't quite make it. You know what? I'm gonna try something different. All right, so we have that track. I'm gonna keep it a synth. I'm gonna do something similar, right? I'm gonna go in here. I think one of them. Oh yeah, see, this one's C. We're in C right now. I'm gonna make a synthesizer based on just this one chord hit, and then I'll have a little more control over the voicing of how I want it to work. I'm gonna do. I mean, you know how this works. If you don't, go watch another video, because there's a lot of people that are a lot smarter and better at talking about those things than me. But basically, I just created a synthesizer from that sample, and it just laid it across all the octaves with just that one noise. But I think this might get me closer to what I have in my head here. Let me see. 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's close. That's better. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's mess with the sound just a little here. Give it a little more release. You can see how it's cutting real quick. I'm just gonna add a little release so it doesn't sound so crazy. Maybe no, I like the sharp attack. I'll keep that. I'm also gonna do add Probably some delay too. You know what? Let's go analog. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's already sounding better. Too much release. Probably too much reverb too. That's pretty dope. You know what? I kind of want to bit crush it. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm gonna roll off. I'm gonna do a little high frequency pass, so I'm hanging out in the topper range. That's pretty dope. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's track it in. All right. All right. Oops. Gonna have to clean it up, of course. I'm gonna give it a little life. I'm gonna nudge this guy just a little sooner. Just to give it a little spice. Maybe not. And also we gotta trim it up because it went a little over. I like it. I'm going to adjust the velocity on a couple of these just to give it a little more. I think this one's down. Just to give it a little bit of life, you know. This is a pretty good start. All right, you know what? So now, we can get rid of this kit. All right, let's do another kit. I think what I want to do now is see if I have any drum samples that kind of work with that riff. So we'll do a kit. I'm going to do a new kit. I'm going to go back to my sample library. Ryan. Let's go loops. What do we got here? These are all 100, so I might have to adjust the tempo. I'm at 110 now. For something a little more, I don't know, breakbeaty maybe? I don't know. I always go toward that. It's like my go-to. This feels like old school hip hop. This is closer. Let's go with that. All right, I'm going to adjust the tempo. Go down to 100 to start. Just so the sample's like at the right speed. I can always stretch it if I decide I don't like the tempo quite, but for now in fact, I'll even turn stretch on now just to save us the trouble later. Go to stretch. So it's not doing anything, but if I change the tempo. Turn off that kick. I mean, that's pretty sick. Let's change the color of this. I like my drums to be... Okay, yeah, let's go like a yellow. Move this guy up. I'm actually going to Or maybe I'll just keep it muted for now. We might want that for a sidechain or something later. Actually, nah, fuck it. If I want a sidechain, I'll add it later. Let's delete it. All right. It's already sounding pretty good. So that second snare's that little flammy one. That one. It's a little sharp. I can just knock it down a little bit with cutting it off. I'm just doing a low pass filter a little bit on there. I might roll down though. It's still there, I can't. Well, we could try. I like the first half, so maybe what I want to do is just cut the sample. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. And then I won't have that flammy one. Now, you know what? Screw it. The fact is, I'm probably going to sequence drums on top of this later. And when I do that, I'll be able to cover a lot of that up. I'll be able to add frequencies, take frequencies away. It'll give me a lot more control, and it'll just sound like a slight variation, which might sound kind of cool. And if I'm not feeling it later, then I'll kill it. So let's add a little reverb. Just a touch of delay. It's a little faster though. I'm going to swing this a little bit. I'm going to nudge this guy over just a little to match that kick a little better. So yeah, with that kick, I think that feels better. It felt weird, syncopated, but the beat's a little swung because it's a sample. It's a natural beat. I'm actually going to swing. We're going to swing this a little bit. Let's add a little swing just for a little flavor. 57. Nice. Like where we're going here. Alright, what next? This is jamming, man. I kinda wanna echo the piano line. Maybe this one? I don't know. My secret weapon. I love this one. This is my Mini Moog sample and it's just so good. Oh, it's pretty nice up high actually. It's pretty dope too. I just kind of want to echo it. And it's because we rolled off a lot of the bottom end on that piano, so I feel like yeah, let's lay that in there. just adds a little something. I don't know. It adds a little something. It's kind of cool. Yeah, sure. That's all right. You know what? I want to go back in here. I want to add a little automation to this. This is the piano. I'm feeling like I want to open up that bit crush a little bit. So I'm going to just play with it. That's probably it. Yeah, just gives it a little movement. You know, a little something, a little extra spice. All right, let's do, I feel like I need some kind of melody or something. I'm gonna go and I'm actually gonna look at some of Rephaser's Afterlife pack. I love this sound. This is from an OP1 and it's just so pretty. So pretty. Let's see if we can get anything from that. That line, but something's not quite right. No. So that's the note. So I mean, this happens sometimes, you know. I'm in a major scale. This is C major, although I'm starting with E. It's a C major scale. This note isn't in C major, but I'm pretty sure that's the note I want. Let's take a listen. That's 100% the note I want. And this, you know what? Let this be a lesson. Use your ears. Sometimes you got to do what sounds right, not what the computer tells you is right. Make your own scales. There's lots of notes in it. If it's right, it's right. I can tell these two are wrong, and that's right. So I'm just going to add it anyway. Let's track it in. It sounded better when it was a little slippy. That's vibing. That's sounding really good to me right now. So I'm shooting this on my phone and it keeps running out of memory, so I have to keep uploading this. And I apologize for any janky edits. I just don't have the gear. I mean, honestly, this would be better off as kind of a live thing doing these. But the truth is, we do not have enough followers on any of our platforms yet because we're pretty new to go live. I guess that's a good segue to say like and subscribe or whatever the fuck people say these days. Anyway, let's get back to it. So here's where we're at. Feeling pretty groovy. I think at this point, what I'd like to do is add live drums. Or live drums. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Sequence drums. Might be a little tricky because this pattern's a little loosey. Let's start with the TSS. It's pretty dope. See if I can find a different, might play with different sounds. Now let's just lay it in and then we could cycle through the different drums. Right now I'm just using the house kits, stock kits I should say, and I might go back later and build my own kit. In fact, I probably will, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna do this for now. Sure. Let's trim it down to 4. Leave those loose for now. So yeah, like I was saying before, I can tell that this pattern's a little loosey, so it's gonna take a little work. That sounds cool. Man, yeah, it's so loose, it's just hard. If I just put it right on the grid, you'll see how loosey this is. Like this is just syncopating it up. Syncopating isn't the right word, but laying it straight on the grid with no nudge. So yeah, you know what it is this the second loop that's a little bit wonky. So I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna just trim it. This is the sample, I'm just trimming it up. So at this point, I still wanna I'm still gonna wanna line this up quite a bit. Especially in the kick and the snare. You can just hear how loosey it is. I'm just gonna kill that for now, because I can tell you right now it's just gonna take a ton of time for me to just clean up that loop and make it kind of line up a little better with the sample. So for now, let's just kill it. I think the last thing I'd like to do, I'd like a little percussion, some kind of percussive element in here. Ideally, I'd find some kind of bongos or something, but... Let's try that. That's better. I think the last thing, how about a little shaker? Let's try this one. sound pretty good. Yeah. So I think at this point, we're going to go ahead and just call it quits for now, for the sake of time. Definitely, I think what I would do here is I'm going to clean up these drums, because I need my live drums. I gotta have, or my sequence drums, I keep saying live drums. I need my sequence drums on top. Gotta have those. And then I'd probably definitely be creating a lot more layers before I start thinking about how I'm going to arrange this song. As always, I'll leave a link to the final song, so you can check it out and see how it evolved, how it all came together. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe so we can get enough followers to go live and start doing this more often. Hope people found these helpful. And yeah,